Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mayank, for this beautiful introduction. Well, first of all, if you're here in this, today, in Valentine's Day, if you're here, you're really serious about yourself. And actually, that's the first rule of Valentine's Day. That's what I feel because, जब तक अब आप अपने आप से प्यार नहीं करोगे आप किसी से कैसे प्यार करोगे एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक यू वुड बी एबल टू टेक अगर if we get that minimum from this talk of mine, I would think that my job is well done for this evening. Well, let's get started. Let me share my screen. I would like to keep it very interactive. I will not go ahead with too much of data, facts, and all these things. I want all of you to sit back, think, relate, and go back with the decision. Okay? I will share the screen and just, Mayank, can you tell me if you are able to see?
We can see
Okay.
it. I mean,
Yeah. Let me play it. Just a moment. All right. So, how many of you feel that, you know, how many of you feel that Valentine Day में gift ज़रूरी है? If you feel that, yes, then just type Y. If you feel that, I have to have a gift on Valentine's Day. And keep that coming. It is okay, girls, boys, it is okay to expect gift. Why not? Right? Okay. So let me tell you a story. Let me start it like that. There's a woman who came to me just last week, and she wanted to work on her health. And the first thing she told me, Rimi, pata hai, I think my body is giving up. It's not listening to me anymore. I feel tired. I feel lethargic. I don't want to do anything. मतलब जीवन में जो ऊर्जा होती थी ना कुछ भी नहीं है. And trust me, doesn't matter whether you are guys, girls, how many of you feel like that? कि पहले अगर कोई कहता था कि चलो घूमने, we would be like at the snap of our fingers we would get ready and go out, and now we would feel like नहीं I can't, मतलब जाएंगे तो फिर there are so many things and you are overthinking by yourself, and and at the end of the day you just give it up on your body that my body is not cooperating. But then, I want all of you to pause for a moment and think, what if our body is trying to communicate something? What if our body is trying to seek help through these messages, which we feel that, my body is not trying to cooperate? It is. It is actually, for a moment, let's think the opposite of it. Okay. Now, जनवरी में कितने लोगों ने गोल सेट किया था हेल्थ का? यू हैव रिटन अ गोल एंड यू फेल दैट आई विल लूज माई वेट एंड आई लव माई सेल्फ. इफ यू हैव डन दैट, राइट मी ऑन द चैट दैट यू हैव डन इट. आपने बहुत अच्छे से यू हैव डिसाइडेड आई वॉन्ट टू work on my health, I want to lose my weight, and I want to love myself. Right? I'll reach my goal weight this year. And in that process, I love myself and I lose weight also. Right? जनवरी हुआ, हम बहुत एक्साइटेड थे, सबने बहुत कुछ शुरू किया एंड लॉट ऑफ ताम झाम. कितने लोगों ने जिम के सब्सक्रिप्शन लिए हैं ना? कितने लोगों ने डिसाइड किया है नो शुगर एंड नो कार्ब्स एंड सो मेनी दो स्ट्रिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन. एंड टुडे वी आर सिटिंग ऑन 14th of Feb, like Valentine's Day. How many of you can relate this? Okay, let me just play it for you all. Do you relate? The starting is so crazy, right? We really want to do everything. If you feel that it is relatable, probably just type an R for me. See, and through this session, I just want to understand that me and you, both of us, are thinking alike. You are not on the other side. Actually, we are on the same side. Okay? Let's move to the next slide. अभी ना जैसे कि देखो वैलेंटाइंस, आई एम श्योर अ लॉट, जैसे मयांक वाज टेलिंग, राइट, इन आवर कम्युनिटी वी हैव ब्यूटीफुल मैरिजेस and uh, or like you have your courtship and you do a lot of texting, messaging, and all these things. It is no different. Your body also tries to send you some text, but problem kya hai na, most of the times we keep on ignoring them. And what do we do instead? वो तो बोलती रहती है कि you are not actually sleeping. And how do you know it? You are actually sleeping over a call, or you are not understanding office के calls में क्या चल रहा है. Probably you don't get it. You just want that call to be finished somehow and come out of it. होता है ना, मेरे साथ होता था. बॉडी मैसेज क्या देती है? आई एम वेरी टायर्ड. और हम क्या करते हैं? चल कॉफी पीने चलते हैं. राइट. वी गो एंड drink a lot of coffee. For me, coffee is coffee. I'm not talking about for all the Starbucks lovers, I mean, वो मुझे कॉफी कम और बहुत शुगर लोडेड ड्रिंक ज़्यादा लगता है. बट anyways, whatever you are drinking, uh, you are taking that message in a wrong way, right? It is like the in a couple, the girl is trying to say something and the boy is interpreting something else. And here we are trying to do it with ourselves. आई एम स्ट्रेस्ड. होते हैं ना, अब स्ट्रेस के देखो यहाँ पे तो हमने ये निकाल भी दिया है कि स्ट्रेस का ऑपोजिट है डेजर्ट. एंड टू द फैक्ट दैट नाउ माई हस्बैंड, बैक देन माई बॉयफ्रेंड, इफ आई वुड बी लिटिल बिट अपसेट, ही वुड से तुम्हें आइसक्रीम खाना है क्या? एंड इट वॉज सच ए फाइल नॉट फाउंड फॉर मी कि आइसक्रीम क्यों खाओ, माई प्रॉब्लम इज समथिंग एल्स, हाउ वुड आइसक्रीम सॉल्व माई प्रॉब्लम? But I understand emotional eating is a loop. Why it is a loop? Because sugar gives that kick. If I have to tell you little bit technically, there is something called hedonic break point, and it reaches there and it makes you feel good. But वो बहुत जल्दी, like it comes down also. But हम क्या करते हैं? चॉकलेट, आइसक्रीम, मिठाई जो पसंद है हम खा लेते हैं. And then what happens? I need rest. A lot of us probably, this even I could catch few of my people who are working with me. They said, today I will take rest. And sometimes I check on them. I would have said, you're going to sleep by 9 p.m. and till 10 p.m. they're online. I thought I will take rest, but I go with the mobile and then start doom scrolling. अब उसमें क्या होता है ना, यू स्टार्ट विथ अ वेरी फोकस्ड कंटेंट, हाउ टू बी एनर्जेटिक थ्रू आउट द डे. और फिर लास्ट वाला कंटेंट क्या होता है पता है? हाउ टू बेक ए केक विदाउट माइक्रोवेव. That is how the algorithm is playing up with you. And the next morning you wake up and then you are actually craving for a cake. So, and then when you feel guilty, वो तो अलग ही scene है. Because let me tell you, food is a blessing, right? All of us are blessed. We have food on our plate. Now, when I'm trying, and food is not only a blessing, it is a lot of things. For me, it's emotion. For me, it is a story. For me, it is, I'm from Northeast. So when I see some kind of special food, it takes me to a memory, to an exact place where I had it first, the union and everything. But जब हम खाना nowadays, when how do we take it? We take it and then we say, कल ना 10 burpees और ज़्यादा कर लेंगे. Or maybe like, I'll not eat anything tomorrow, but let me eat it right now. A, you are actually on the guilt mode, and B, the next day is extremely worse because you go for a dieting and then your body is like already giving up. इसीलिए तो like it is just storing the fat because you are so unpredictable. Next कब भूख हड़ताल में चले जाओगे? It doesn't know, so it says I don't want to lose anything, let me store it. And that's how fat deposition starts happening. there is a there is logic, there is science backed up. It is not just happening कि ऐसे ही हो रहा है चीजें. So think, and if you feel कि आपने कभी tired में या stress में या फिर like when you wanted rest or when you felt guilty, did any of this, just write did. DID. That's it. We move to the next one. Okay. This is the most interesting one, where weight gain, it is not always about food. Yes, it is a majority of the part could be, but again, at the same time, there are stress hormones, poor sleep, emotional overload. Now, when you are highly stressed, your cortisol hormone goes up, right? And that's one hormone which doesn't allow your fat burning hormone to work on at all. It says कि अभी काम नहीं करना है, फैट को जमा करके रखना है. So probably you are, the reason I'm saying this, probably you are ignoring all the things and you are trying to eat only this much. I see some people play it and they say, if I even breathe air, I will just blow up. That's how my system works. But it is not the food, it is your other things. Take care of, I mean, look at your sleep, look at your stress. It could be those parameters which are going haywire. But we need to understand that first, right? कोई भी problem पहले अगर हम समझ जाएंगे, then the solution is extremely easy. You focus on that. I mean, you have heard Varun. Beautifully he has covered, right? How Arpit could help him to figure out those triggers and then work on it. And it is no difference with any of us here. Okay, let's move to the next one. अब क्या होता है ना, now we are talking about stress, how we want to manage and how you really want to do it. But there is suddenly plot twist. होता क्या है stress में, how do we handle it? Let me show you. How many of you could see yourself in this such situation? And it is absolutely fine. None of us would judge you because somewhere, probably, maybe we also have done it. And it is okay to be yourself and say that yes, but doing it for a long duration of time is the problem because you're not even understanding how do we go ahead with the stress and manage it. You are already taking it out on your food, or and it is actually not only giving you weight, it is giving you multiple other problems which is coming because of your weight. Now, see, these are two very important things, right? एक होता है punishment, एक होता है love. What do we do when we are in that zone of self criticism and trying to not listen to the body with empathy? Acha, tell me one thing. How many of you have friends who come to you and who says that, I really feel I'm not good. I think, I really cannot handle things at my own. How many of you will do like that? Yeah, 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 true. Or how many of you will say, अरे क्या बोल रही है, तू फोड़ देगी, it is okay, just it's just another day. Whether you will be in the first one or the second category, first category or second category. Second category means where you will say that you can do it all, don't worry, it's just another day. If you're in the second category, type 2. All of us do that because that's how we are. We are very good in pumping people, pumping friends, pumping other family members. But when it comes to us, हम इतना underestimate करते हैं खुद को. And that's what we start doing. We start skipping meals. We start doing, कभी बहुत ज्यादा एक्सरसाइज कर लिए, सुबह भी कर रहे, शाम को भी कर रहे, पता ही नहीं चल रहा. हालांकि probably your body is so much inflamed and you are doing जिम पे जिम किए ही जा रहे हो, कैसे रिजल्ट आएगा, right? And then diets, crash diets, where we don't even know the ABC of food and we are going on a very restrictive diet. And it becomes a loop in your life. You do it, you come back, you do it, you come back. Or it could be ulta. Sometimes you over it. YOLO, the Gen Z term, you only live once and then you feel कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, करेंगे तो बहुत अच्छे से करेंगे, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं करेंगे. And then you go in a, like, that mode of life where you just want to do everything in excess. But exactly what our body needs. Our body needs stability, nourishment, a very good calm nervous system, एंड कंसिस्टेंसी. एंड लेट मी टेल यू ऑल दिस, वो जो लव वाला पार्ट है ना, वो बहुत, आई वुडंट से बहुत टफ है, बट दिस नीड्स एफर्ट. जैसे कोई रिश्ते में भी ना, बिटवीन हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ, इफ यू वांट टू keep that love alive, it is an effort. It won't happen automatically throughout the years, right? Similarly with your body also, it needs effort. Problem आपका sleep में है, you are trying to work on your food, how it will ever get sorted? See, all of us want to sleep like a baby, and probably if you are a couple and if anyone sleeps like a baby, then probably you want to sleep like your wife or your husband, कि bed में जाते से ही सो गए. And that's your prayer probably, because you are always overthinking. So how do we actually take care of it? ये तो हमने समझ लिया कि we need love, our body needs love to work on it. अब क्या होता है ना, cravings. So for example, when your body is craving chocolate, anything, chaat, whatever the common cravings, sweets and all these things, you come up with the conclusion that, I always get sweet cravings. But you don't get sweet cravings just like that. There is a deficiency which is backing up your cravings and which is telling you have this deficiency, and that's why you crave for certain thing. Right? Your belly fat is not only post pregnancy, or if you're not, uh, I mean, you have just delivered a baby. It is probably आपका शायद, I'm just thinking of from a woman perspective. Even for men, like, you might have a phase in life where you couldn't do anything, but you continued. And then what happens? Insulin resistance, and that belly fat becomes just permanent part of your life. You're so clueless कि करूँ क्या इसका, right? Fatigue, it's not normal, not at all normal. If you're feeling fatigue every day, check, understand what is that going wrong in my system. We cannot fight the facts and we cannot fight the numbers. Bloating, gas, whatever, the entire digestive system, it could be inflammation, it could be bad gut microbiome. But if you are not understanding it, we will take this body signal as part of our daily life and we'll keep on ignoring those text messages. Remember in the initial slide, we will do that throughout our life until and unless this becomes certain a condition which is little, on the higher side, and which is probably not reversible by the time we reach there. Now, what do we want to do? See, my whole goal is that I really don't want to give you any weight loss tips today. I don't want to even tell you that, this is how the weight loss should happen, because more or less, I wouldn't say that you have an idea, but more or less, you know what you are doing wrong. It is probably just to make you aware that this is what we need to understand. Is Valentine now? Let's just think of changing one relationship. And when I say this, instead of asking, this is a very wrong question or a bad question. How do I lose weight fast? मतलब रेस थोड़ी है कि आप, you do it within a shorter time, you would be awarded with some kind of a prestigious award. No. In fact, we should ask, what's my body actually asking for? See, the reason I'm coming back again and again to Varun, it took a year, or it took, a lot of time for him to reverse the condition and to lose the weight. So, whatever torture you're doing to your body right now, it will pile up and then show in your blood vitals after certain years. अब बुलाते हो तो चीज़ों को धीरे धीरे ना, आपको पता ही नहीं चलता. When you want to really get rid of how can you do it within like this? नहीं होगा. What we need to do? See, we have a beautiful way of analyzing your messages which your body is trying to give you. If you want to get the analysis done by the coach who has invited you for this session, type listen, LISTEN, listen. They will reach out to you with this assessment form, and then that will help you to get an understanding what my body is trying to tell me and how do I take this journey from here on. And trust me, when you do this, not only yourself thanks you, I think you become more aware, you become more mindful, and you start enjoying life better. I think when we are healthy, we do everything with a little bit of extra zeal, and that not only makes your life beautiful, it makes people who are surrounded, you know by you, their life also beautiful. And that's my prayer and that's my wish, that you all probably would have got a little bit of thought process that what you want to change, and get into that process of understanding your body. That will be the entire game changer. And with that, I'm done and wishing you all again a very happy Valentine's Day.